Hello everyone, welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob.
I'm Mel.
We're here to play more Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Boom.
Oh.
It's now 1,199 ranked overall, for those who care, for fun. Yeah, it's cracked the top 1,200.
Awesome.
Sure. It's amazing. Great. Sure. It's good stuff. We're not playing the best game that exists. We're playing the 1,199th best game that exists right now. So, and it feels like it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a fine game. All right. Where were we when we left off? My turn.
Yep.
How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's having a good time. Sorry, I should say hello. Hello to you watching live. Hello to you watching later. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in. We're in the middle of a campaign. It's just like, let's just keep playing. Like, a lot of people are just like, went from the last episode, click to this one in the playlist, and they're like, yeah, get to the business. We already know who you are. Like, whatever. But
Yeah.
maybe
You're finding us on episode 5.
Yeah. You know what you signed up for. Okay.
Matthew. So
And you gave me an extra time, it looks like, unless I bumped that too much.
No,
Matthew, hello.
I feel like I did. So I feel like in the last one, I looked at, or I explored 38 because remember there was something about the girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
There was a bunch of in Milius quests. So there's a couple we have.
Yeah, but I'll try 31.
31 and 20 we have not done. Still in the town of like Milius.
This event kills us. The event I got is deer. Azarius falls on a sharp rock while hunting a deer. So Azarius just loses 3 health like that.
That's annoying.
And then we gain 2 meat though.
That's our last 2
Oh,
events,
then
so
we should spend some.
Yeah, we should spend some so that we can. How many have you lost?
I'll spend 2 right now. I'll give Ed 2 because we use him a lot for skill
We
checks.
should recover Claire maybe too.
Why? We don't really use her ability very often.
No, but if we need her in a test.
Yeah, but we got 2 on her already.
Okay, we can wait then.
I'd save it because we can also spend meat for other things.
You're right.
Or I can use this to.
You're right.
Or I can gain.
Oh yeah, I have this.
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
We don't have a root though, but.
Maybe I'll use this one, and instead of getting 1 extra here, I'll just say I spent it to heal 3 on this guy. Actually, 1 here, and then you can have 2.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thanks.
Sure. Yeah, I'll just save the rest. Okay. So that's my event. 31. Spending 1, 2 time.
31.
31. If keyword brew.
Doesn't sound familiar, but Bell. Brew. Oh, we do have brew. It's like one of the first ones.
Whoa. If keyword brew. Oh yeah, we're going to Milius about this one.
Oh,
I just didn't know. Yeah,
I couldn't remember.
So as a swift shadow passes over the city, dread grips you. The Hellfark soars high above, wings throwing a windstorm down upon the town, and you hide instinctively against a... Wait, nope. I'm reading what I shouldn't be reading. I'm supposed to skip to 31.1 because we have brew. Duh. I was like, wait, why is this? This doesn't have anything to do with it. Wouldn't be a storybook playthrough if I didn't read an incorrect entry at some point on the channel. All right. A woman passes by carrying a basket of berries, her face round and blushed. Tears run down her cheeks, splashing into the tiny blue fruits. What's the matter, if you don't mind my asking, says Ed. The woman sets down the blanket, drying her eyes with a handkerchief. It's none of your business. Who are you, anyway? We're new in town. We're looking for some boys from Losifa Ironworks. Seen them around here? The woman's features soften. Losifa? Did Corman send you? Yes. Have you seen his sons? Asks Miguel. She hesitates and says, I was going to be married to Tem, the oldest, but he wanted me to move away from here, from my family, and I don't want to move. I lived here my whole life. Jessie shakes her head. He just expects you to fall in line once you're married? No, he's not like that. It's complicated. We got in an argument and he stormed off to the west of town, but his brother can't find him and I'm worried. Option A, we can search for Tem, which is perception 12.
Okay.
But we lose 15 health if we fail. And gather a search party together. Moxie of 15. If you fail, we lose 2 time and gain 2 low morale. Which low morale is 2 stamina in. Oh, you have to spend extra stamina for challenges.
Yeah.
Which I see. Okay.
We probably should try the perception, right?
Search for Tem. Sure. Perception.
Yeah.
12. Well, this guy's 2. This guy's 2.
This
So
guy's 2. So it's 2, 4, 6.
yeah, that's good. I think.
I have 2 cards that can help.
I don't have any actually.
I have a redraw.
Oh, we could do 2 here.
Okay, that's 8.
Yeah, let's go with 8.
Good.
Plus 4.
12.
That's 12. Whoa!
Wow.
That's crazy. We're so good. Yeah, 15 health. What the hell? A rotting tree would fall on you as you're looking? That's like what, just 15 health.
Wow.
Like it fell on everybody? Like what the hell? Why are people separating on their search? How is everyone standing under the exact same line that the tree's going to fall on? Who wrote this thing? Anyways, turn to 31.2.
Oh my god.
Scouting through the sparse wood, you climb over a fallen birch and you hear wild scraping and scuffing. A burly bison rakes the trunk of a pine with its thorns. Atop of the reaching branches, you find Tem holding on and holding out. A, calm the bison. B, fight off the bison. And it is a 12 moxie, minus 12 health. You gain weaken if you fail trying to moxie the bison. And you can strength the bison for 13 if you fail, minus 10 health.
I think we have better odds with strength, right?
Strength it is. All right. Definitely putting in a bruiser here for 5.
5. I can put in another 2. That's 7. What do I have? I don't have much for cards.
I don't have any.
I don't have any for cards, but I have a redraw fate. Okay, so then let's
Oh, yeah,
go.
I have that.
Oh, she's 2 as well. Sorry, what were we at? You were 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, 9.
9.
9. Oh, we're only 13. Yeah, we should be okay.
7.
Oh, right.
Boom. Okay, 31.4. Tem climbs down and his fiancée runs to him, gripping him in a tight hug. How will we make this work? She asks through her tears. I will live here in Milius. We will build a new home. I can always travel to visit my father, says Tem. Then I'll travel with you, she offers. Tem gives you a rifle that was made in Lucra. Complete quest 3. Gain adventure card 55, the Lucran rifle.
Oh, I like the sounds of that.
And even better, gain 1 jade worm egg, and then return to the map.
Jade worm egg.
Ooh. Oh yeah, and that can give us 5 stamina.
Yeah.
Now that we like kind of are okay, I mean, we might actually have enough.
Oh yeah, we could probably do another
for
turn, right? For a
yeah,
card?
check it out. Like we have tons of this junk, but this junk is like
Yeah, I know.
8 damage, 7 damage, 8 health recovery, like
Plus
in the
8
middle of a
fate
battle,
if we're
right?
gonna- if we're gonna fail a test.
Right, we can use all that whenever.
Yeah. And we use multiple.
5 stamina, 7 damage.
Like we'd have.
Plus 8 to fate, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I never even noticed that before.
So if we're ever gonna fail a test, that we're like we cannot fail.
Oh, those things are way more valuable than making the totems.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Like
What are we doing?
we'd have to use high. Like we don't have anything that has high rarity. So I don't know. I think we just leave them.
Okay. Combat.
Oh, +2 eyeball. Okay.
I mean, I got 2 guys over here that
Same.
do +2 eyeballs.
Same. So whoever side.
So yeah, we're good.
Okay, that's good. Cards to put in.
I mean, we can leave it at 15. It's up to
know.
you, but just take a gander through based on last combat. What do you think? All right.
We need the removal, so let's stay in.
It didn't cross off that one, did it? Oh.
Did it say return to the map?
Yeah, but it.
Oh
did.
yeah, because I guess if we
Yeah, I guess there's other things to do there.
we went brew away, so maybe that's good.
Oh, 20. Have we gone to 20? No.
No,
Okay, I'll spend 1 time.
I'm thinking about just removing that one, the pistol, just because it doesn't give us the block or anything. Like this gives us the extra. So take that one out.
Yeah.
Because I want to keep in the blocks and some removal of powers.
Okay.
20?
20.
He's going to gain that.
Strolling the cobble streets of Milius, you rest in a shadow of the town hall. A. Enter the town hall. Unavailable if keyword cook. Check for him also.
Him like H-I-M or him like this one?
Yeah, that
Yeah?
one.
Okay, we have that. We don't have cook.
Unavailable if keyword cook. Or the other one's needs him.
Okay.
I'm going to do the cook one.
Yeah, because we don't
Enter
have
town hall. Unavailable if keyword cook.
Yeah, we don't have that.
20.1. You meet the mayor of Milius Town, a tall woman with 2 heavy braids. You people look like you come from one of the crash flying machines, yes? I don't understand where you come from, but people like you keep showing up here. There was a man named Bernard staying at the inn. He gathered a group of hunters together and said, "We are going to kill the Heelthark. I hope I don't need to tell you what a terrible idea that is. No one here is interested in a quick death, you say, but can you tell us more about this group of hunters? What I am most worried about is Bernard and his hunters will anger the Heelthark. The giant creature might exact revenge on our little town. 10 years ago, a group of fanatics were looking for the Heelthark's nest. All they wanted was to worship the beast, but they ventured too close, and the Titan crushed them in a rock slide. Then it flew over here and dropped a boulder near one of the houses. We were lucky. It was meant as a warning, even though we had nothing to do with the fanatics." "Can't you pacify the beast?" asked Ed. "Show what you mean, no harm?" "Some have tried, but none survived. The creature is ancient, and its purpose is singular, to guard the god eye. Nothing to do but leave it alone. Perhaps you can find Bernard before it's too late. Gain quest 65, return to the map." Then I'll just...
Oh, now we have keyword cook.
Yeah. Keyword cook.
Bernard is the cook.
Lost pastor named Bernard, likely from Henrik's Plain, set out north of Milius Town to hunt and kill the Heelthark. Mayor Ochray wants us to stop him and his crew before they stir up the Heelthark's wrath.
We're looking for...
I am just going to kill the last time and stay right here, because if you want to do the him one, you can. And
sure.
It is your turn. Here's a couple cards for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 exactly.
All right, and it's a level 2 argument. Jesse and Miguel share a heated exchange. Turn end. We'll be handing out low morales.
Morale.
This remains in play until you talk through the issue with 8 cunning. If you fail, you take a health. Cunning is this guy. So we can do this right now. If you, yeah.
Yeah. I have cards I can put in. It's
Cunning.
an 8. You're 4?
4, yep.
Maybe we just put that in. I have a couple cards.
4, 5.
Okay.
Done.
Let me gain a whiskey though.
Nice.
Okay. Is there any of these? Sorry, I'm just looking if there's anything. This one. We're going to put this on Jesse. This is going to cost 2 cards. This, oh, actually, spend a fate to do that. This is an interesting one. This is a dodge. I don't know how well this will do, but when an enemy counterattacks this character, draw a fate. If it's 5+, you get 2 block.
Oh, cool.
I mean, it also could just give a little bit extra strength.
Yeah, that's cool. Survivability.
So this is 2. Let's put that on this guy so that potentially he'll get some built-in block. Hopefully that will cost 3 cards because he's already got 1. So we are going to get rid of this one. This one. Let's get some of those high cards back in, right? And this one. I'll hold on to the 3s. Okay.
Yeah, we're about to shuffle through this in a few more cards. A handful.
Okay. I will explore again 20. I'll gain...
So strolling the cobble streets of Milius, you rest in the shadow of the town hall. So the other option was B, search for a local historian, but requires the keyword him.
Yeah, we have it.
The hymn of the Herald Heart is a young man, king. Oh, okay. Renowned skill hunter for years pursued a white stag that continuously eluded him. This was where we need to find the information about going back to the other place to be able to find where the white stag was. Cool. Yeah, I was wondering about this one.
Technically, we already know, but maybe this will give us something. Or is this a waste?
What? No, remember we went to the place, but there we couldn't find it until we went to Milius to find more information. And we found out about it, I think, in the city, and then we were going to the south anyway, where it was. But then it was like you have to go to Milius to find. You'll never find this thing just wandering around there.
I see.
Yeah. So the locals direct you to the office of the historian, who specializes in legends of King Anfortas. The historian, a woman named Eaton, lets you in, but tells you she can't help you right now. You have to come back another time. I'm afraid I'm terribly busy at the moment. I simply must find Conwa's thesis on late period Cadwaladen burial practices. It's imperative that I consult her work right away, but I'm afraid it might take me all night to find it because, well, Eaton gestures towards the whole room, which is an absolute mess of books, loose papers, and various odds and ends. Option A, we can demand her help, Moxie 9. If you fail, you gain low morale, but we still get to resolve whatever. Help her find what she's looking for. It's a Savvy 11, -4 health. Still get to continue on.
Savvy 11.
Moxie 9, Savvy 11 is the book, yeah.
We can do Savvy 11, I think. He's in for 4.
I will play this. I think I can, right? Anytime?
Yeah.
To give this guy 2. And also, I'm going to use the 2 health on him, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I can put him in for 3.
Okay, that's 7, and it's only, what, 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Plus 3, we're 1 shy.
Okay, I have a card.
Oh, I do too.
Actually, let me use this card instead, because that's more flexible.
It's the wrong symbol.
Oh, whoops, I mean this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, Savvy 11. So we helped her find what she's looking for. Turned to 20.4. Brilliant. Thank you so much for your help. This will make my work go so much more smoothly. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions now. You need to know about the white stag, right? As a young man, King Anfortas pursued it for years but never caught it. Some view it as his only failure as a king. Some tales say he actually did catch it but chose to let it go free, possibly because the thrill of the chase was more fun than the satisfaction of the catch. Eaton glances around the room. Now, where's that? Aha! Eaton grabs something off the top of a pile and hands it to you. This is a recreation of an old Cadwaladen hunting horn. This is what King Anfortas would have used to call the hunt. Eaton looks at you for a moment longer, as if evaluating something about you. You know, the name of the King Anfortas is remembered not only because of his great deeds, but because he was a wise and merciful king. Whatever it is you have planned, I hope you'll uphold his legacy. And please share a drink with me before you go. Complete quest 201.
Okay.
Gain quest 137.
Okay.
Or sorry, 173. Sorry, 173.
No worries.
Brain fart, brain fart.
No worries.
Quest 173.
173. Okay.
And then gain adventure card 122, Horn of the Hunt. Oh, that's cool. It's like a part 2 of it.
Oh, now we're on the hunt. Oh my gosh.
This is...
It's a moxie horn.
It's a moxie horn. The horn of the monkeys.
Oh, wow.
Horn of the Hunt. Wow. Okay, here you go. This is a regular adventure card. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So if we take...
And we need a whiskey.
Oh, and a whiskey. Yeah, sorry. Just looking at where this is telling us to go. If we take the horn to the woods near Lokifa Ironwork and call the hunt. Okay.
This is what we know.
Okay.
We knew like where it was, but like didn't know how to get it. Then return to the map.
Alrighty.
Wait, that was you just exploring, so that's
Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, so let me see. So
yeah, it's your turn.
Where's Lokifa Ironworks? Oh my gosh, it's all the way back here. And I don't think we can fly into page 6. I don't think so. Huh. I'm just looking to see like what to do next. Do we just... Where's our plane? Is it even on this page? Oh yeah, it's way over here. So we did 57. Yeah, we can't go back to 57. Did we do 16? Yes. 59. We haven't done 59, so we could do something like this way and then like start making our way towards the plane. Maybe 46. We did that one already. Or is it worth it to... Sorry, I'm just talking out. We have not been to 59. Our plane is right here. Or we could just start walking north and see like what's going on here just by walking. I don't know if that'll put us into the mountains. There's a space without mountain, but I don't know. Like, what would you think to walk towards a plane? Like, start making our way that way?
Whatever you want to do, man.
Like, these two we have not been to.
And then south of us, we already...
South of us.
South of us is this, the little house on the rock, which we do have a thing for. And I kind of was curious about it.
Oh, yeah. That,
And we didn't go there because the water was there, and then we went out and did
4 or 5?
other stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I don't know if it's easier to get to it from here rather than when we were on the other side. Like,
Yeah, because there was more water like around here, right?
I don't know.
Okay, we
It
can
could
go
be
south. Let me go to 59
you
and then
can
I'll go down
peek.
south.
Okay, so just move 1, right?
Yeah.
And then that goes to... Oh, you're here.
Oh, I was going to... Should we check this? Or no?
Oh, you want to do that?
I
Sure.
don't know.
Sure.
Yeah. And then I don't have enough, so I pass time to you.
Okay.
Okay.
So I draw 2. Okay, 4 cards now. Events. Snowstorm, level 3. A heavy white cloud looms overhead. Prepare for the storm.
Okay,
And
we can
8
do this.
test.
All right.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay.
I don't know why I
That's okay.
passed it to you.
It's all good.
It's like
Oh,
resolve right now. It's not a stay around
When you
one.
move or camp, that happens.
Okay.
I'm going when you can't.
I have 3 in the test.
I have 4.
What is it? It's only...
Yeah, it's 8. You, why don't you take yours out? Because my guy regens his stamina.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll put in 4.
2.
4, 5,
A
6.
6.
I have 1.
I can toss 1.
Okay.
All right.
So then we got a
Torch.
Looking for a root. Where's the root? What can I trade this in for? 100 berry, you may gain a blood flower at any time. You may do an ice diamond to gain a jade eggworm. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Explorer 59.
He's gonna gain this.
Sure, we'll get attacked by some monsters.
If we do, I apologize now.
I just want to go look at the thing on the water.
I apologize now if that's the case. Uh-oh.
If keyword corpse.
No, we don't
Oh,
have
no.
that. Oh,
We're
my
going to have in a minute, I bet. You just walked us into death forests.
Don't call it that.
You find the grotesque remains of a traveler near the trees.
Oh, no.
Crows, peck at its open stomach as the corpse stares at you with a horrified, frozen scream.
Oh, no.
Wow.
We're supposed to
Moxie 10. If you fail, gain frightened and madness.
Luckily, we just got the Moxie horn.
Yeah. Let's test Moxie. This guy's got 2.
These guys both have 1.
Yeah, so...
What is it, 10?
Yeah.
Moxie 10?
Yeah, but...
I can put in the card for 4, so
have
why would
one
you
more.
put one guy in for 2?
Well, I gotta eat a meat then or something to get this guy going.
Oh, yeah.
Here. So putting him in for 2.
Leave it at that, because I have 4
Okay,
here.
I'm just gonna shuffle this up.
Okay. Hi, Rachel.
Rachel, hello. Matthew, you asked for it. You got it, my friend. I know what you're hinting at. I'm down. Hopefully it gave you a chuckle, Matthew. That was the whole purpose. Hope you got a chuckle out of that one.
Lindsay,
And then
hello.
people tuning in, like Lindsay and Rachel, are going to be like, what the hell is this poll in the chat? And those watching later will have no idea, because only those who are here will know about it, because I'm not going to say anything. And Mel's not going to say anything either.
I'm not saying anything. I was reading Lindsay's message, but I
Yeah.
won't even read it out.
I'll read it in a sec.
No, it's fine.
And then we'll close the poll, and we'll just let the answers to that poll go. And those who are here know. What happens in episode 5 of Sleeping God's Distant Skies stays in episode 5 of Sleeping God's Distant Skies. Rolls right off the tongue. Rachel, hello. Lindsay says, although Legacy Candyland would be pretty awesome, reveal Rare Treat 14. Peel behind the door and
Yeah.
yeah, Rachel's like, I was wondering about the Candyland business. I don't know what you're talking
I don't know
about.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, what the heck are you talking about? Just making sure people are paying attention, that's all.
I mean, yeah.
Matthew was alone in the chat and was curious. Curious if anyone else was there. And I
I
thought,
was wondering if anyone was out there.
yeah, how could I get people to start interacting with the stream? A good old poll, and I knew exactly what to put in there.
Some people just like to sit back and relax.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
enjoy
and I'm okay with that.
the
It's all
smooth
good.
voices of Mel and Ro.
Yeah, sure. Okay, shuffle.
So
cut.
we're at 2.
Just 2
Yeah, but I have a 4 card.
plus 4. What is it again we're going for?
I got
Moxie of 10.
that's 6, so I have to play this. That's
Boom. Horn of the Hunt. Played. We're successful on our Moxie 10. You take a map from his satchel. Gain quest 117. Return to the map.
We're supposed to find live passengers, not corpses.
Oh, I see. It's just another one of these little treasure
is that
hunts.
one on this page?
Which I do like this in this game. No, they're not always on the same
I
page.
know, but that looks like the same terrain.
It's meant to do that, I think, but it's not. Actually, pass me. Just make sure there's not one hiding on here that we.
No,
No.
right?
I think we already looked
Yeah, I
on
think
this
we
one,
already
yeah.
looked at them.
But maybe one of those is on the one we're going to south here, which I will spend to move south to 5.
Oh, I'm supposed to pass that back to you.
Oh yeah, I know. I keep forgetting that's even a thing in the game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure with higher player count, this is way more important, but so this is page 5. So we're walking to here, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, I walked right into the water.
Oh, no.
Quick, spend a liquor and I'm good. Get drunk in the water, we're good. I don't even feel the water. Drinking whiskey helps me swim better, supposedly.
Oh, look it.
Okay,
That one is up there.
so while I'm on a water space,
I don't think we need
I'm going to
these,
draw
though.
Fate. Can you just...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They have awesome effects on them. We're taking them. Okay, if you're on a square with water, finally get to use the fishing pole. Draw a Fate. Here we go. We're fishing. And the Fate is a 6. What's a 6 get us? Gain 1 meat. Fantastic. 6
It's helpful.
in there. Yes. Finally play the card. I've been holding it like the whole playthrough. I feel... okay. Next. Yeah, I guess I'm going to spend another one to move in here.
Do we have something that can, like a rope? Does the rope help with water or just
No,
mountain?
just mountain.
Oh, okay.
Nice try.
Sorry, just checking.
You can't make a boat out of rope. All right. So that prevents 3 damage.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 damage is like whatever, but we have the extra resources. And then
Hold on. Have we interacted with 93 before? We have
I'm
not.
not going to.
Oh, okay.
So I have one purpose. I'm going here. Oh, but I'm out of time. Or out of actions.
I can do it.
I could just interact with 93, but I don't want to.
That's fine. I'll do it on my turn.
You can do whatever you want. Okay, I'm done with this. No extra time. You get this. You get some cards. And, uh-oh. This counts as your event draw. Turn to 109. I don't know where that goes. Completed probably.
When you draw it, turn to 1 and I count. Oh, yeah, I'm assuming so.
But can we trust Mikra? Miguel's words to Ed reach your ear and you stop to listen. What's to stop her from taking all the totems we find and leaving us to rot in the mountains while the god eye closes? Henrik told us what would happen if we tried to fly through the portal without her help, says Ed. We don't have much of a choice. Ed watches Azarius, who is sitting quietly out of earshot. I'm more worried about our Lucan friend over there. He's been holding his cards close to the chest. Let's hope he plays a hand in our favor when all this is over. Later that night, as you sit down to rest near the coals of your campfire, Mikra's pearl eyes and starry night hair glint from the shadows. You defeated Orfash once, but he will attack us again before this is all over. Called it. With the power of the totems, we can defeat him and remove your curse. Do you still have hallucinations? Yes, but they're not as common, you tell her. This is a good sign. It means Orfash's strength is waning as well. When you have restored at least 5 totems, meet me at the graveyard of flying machines north of Shorm's Geysers, which we know is 80, right, or whatever. We were there. Mikra disappears as the moon hides behind a cloud. Complete quest 131.
131.
Might have been that card I just handed you. I don't know.
Oh, it probably was. Yeah, sorry, it was.
Then gain quest 132.
132. 132.
Boom. Keyword end. Mikra told us that when we have at least 5 restored totems and we're ready to go home, we should meet her at the graveyard of flying machines north of Shorm's Geysers in the northeast. Note, if playing the long campaign, you need at least 9 restored totems. Idiot.
So we have the 5 we need, and now we have the card to get in there.
Great. Gain 1 Tundra Berry and return to the map. Okay, well now I
Okay, question.
don't really care about what I'm doing here.
I mean, it's not,
Or you're doing here. You're there. You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
because it's not terrible to possibly get one more thing, right? Because I think
I don't know what's going
that
on
might
there.
finish a quest. We were supposed to come
Yeah.
in for the twins, right? This was the twin quest?
No, the twins were dragged away by a Cyclops. That's in the north.
Okay.
This was something else, and I don't remember what. It just was interesting and talked about it like right when we first started playing about in the lake. There's a house on the thing. I don't know which one it was, but when we were rereading them previously, it also mentioned in some other entry, and I was like, I just want to know who is living there or hiding there or what is going on there. I just want to know. And it's like they put all this water in the way to hurt you and make it hard to get there. So I was like, I just want to check that out before we basically pack the game up and move on to some other giant story game. But it's okay.
This one is sketch. It's talking about
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Very sketchy. We found a book of sketches. One of the sketches depicts a shack built on a rocky spire in the middle of a lake. I mean, maybe it has nothing to do with that. It's up to you. It's your turn.
No, like,
if you want to leave it, I'm totally okay with it. Now that I know we have the end, we're loaded with juice.
Oh, that's what I was just going to say when it just read that to us. Is it worth having more than 5 totems, do you think? Like, do you think we get bonus?
If they're
we have
not
extra?
combat cards or block cards or something, then like I don't know.
They're adventure cards, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, let's
Maybe we
not.
get a better score or something.
Let's
I know there was
wait.
sgoing in the rule book.
But I feel like those
I
are
don't
going to
really
be
care about
better
that.
for us if we have some big final battle with this bird thing. So, or this Orfash. But I do want to check 47.
Ready?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So yeah, when you finish a campaign, I remember this in the rule book, calculate your final score based on the following. Again, I don't care about any of this score stuff at all, but if you want to know, like, if there might be something having more totems, other than obviously it could create more power if we run into a situation where that card matters, especially if it's a combat card, I think. I would assume. So you get adventure card, 2 points per adventure card you have. So obviously those are all usually adventure cards. So you just can add 2 more points to your score. Restored totems and passengers are worth 5 points instead of 2. There you go. So if you want a higher score, like again, I don't like, it's so weird to have a score in a game like this to me. It's like you either win or you don't, but I guess there's like...
Yeah, but I guess if you're going to replay it...
Like, is there a speedrunning community out there? Like a high score community? Is there like tournaments of this at conventions I don't know about? Underground Sleeping God Distant Skies tournaments
The only thing I
for cash?
really care about is like the minus points. I don't want to get minus points, so we're good.
Minus points per defeat. Oh,
So
10
far,
points.
no defeats, but fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We're not done yet. Okay. So I don't think it'll matter necessarily. I was just thinking for our reading entries. But I do want to check 47 before we move on here in case this does give us something good that we can use.
The only thing I'm worried about too is I don't know how many campfires we have
yeah.
crossed off, but there is a time ticker to the game. So if we get in another story thing and we start losing health and we're in trouble and then we go to this final thing.
Yeah, we have 2 more before we have to do something.
Oh, 1 right now in a second.
Yeah, so 1 will cross off.
Might as well do that now. Cross off 1 and I'll just make the next
Yeah.
event deck.
Okay.
2 1s.
So we should just probably start making our way back over there then, right?
2 2s. Sure. And then it's up to you. Your choice. Before the stream, though, I did take out all the level 3s that were in here. I'm not taking out this one, though. And I made a new level 3 deck because we had none left
Oh, right.
So we might see ones that we like literally just saw like last episode, but I shuffled it up so just to make our variant rule event deck of 6 cards. There was no 3s left, so
No, I think you're right. We should just start heading
okay,
over
boom,
to
there
the
we
end.
go. There's our new event deck. Cross off a campfire. But yeah, I know.
Is it better to go through the water or?
I would just go north and see what's there.
Okay, let's go. Let's all move up to page 12.
There
Okay,
you go.
this is a better way. Okay, and then I'll just move. Your turn.
Boom, my turn. Sweet. It's exciting. Okay, pile up the cards.
Oh yeah, should I
I
play
have
anything
5.
here?
I don't know. It's like if
Yeah,
it's
this
combat
one.
related,
I
maybe.
just want to play this one.
Again, I'm assuming there's a final showdown, and I'm assuming that one wasn't the last one since we're gonna have to fight him again, probably.
I'm gonna put this on her, and I'm gonna pay with that card. It only costs 1.
I'm just gonna hold whatever. I don't know if there's skill checks too, so I just want extra
Yeah.
to help out with that. I don't know if we should be camping to
I
get
was
adventure
just
cards
gonna
back.
say that. Should we? I don't know. Do we have any combat adventure cards in there that we've already used?
Probably.
Because then, if so, then yes.
Technically,
I need the auger
That's
for
a heal.
this. I can't use that until I get the auger.
block 4, block 3, yeah.
Oh, the redraw.
Reroll, draw fate, block 2, yep.
Oh yeah, we should camp.
Let's just
then.
camp. Okay, so cross off a thing unless it causes us to fail.
No.
Okay. So we all get our stamina back. And each guy and gal get 2 more
Oh, that means
health.
both my characters are full. That's good. She'll be full as well.
And then adventure cards, I'll just shuffle them up and divvy them up into 2 fairly equal piles. Oh, you have more cards.
Thank you. Okay, and the ones.
Whatever. Okay. No one has a status, right?
No.
Okay. Then next.
Sorry, I'm just going to use this right now just because it's too.
No,
No?
I wouldn't until. Because if the game gives us
you're
one.
right, because there's only 2 left.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
just leave it till you need it, even. So there's don't think there's any of the game stopping you from doing it when it's like right needed.
Okay.
Okay, so guess what? I'm moving 1. And you're going here. Then I'm spending 2 to interact with 80,
Oh, he's already got. Okay.
which we already interacted with before.
Yep.
And that's what we saw we needed the end, or the end
Yeah, I
keyword.
wrote it here. We need to go to 80 and
Yeah.
have the end on page 13.
Yeah. Didn't know we'd get the end so quickly after, though. All right, 80. If keyword end, and you have at least 5 restored totems,
Yes.
and you're ready to finish your campaign. Sure. But I know from the rule book,
I know.
it doesn't end there. It's like even says if you're playing 20 and you like fail, keep going. Like reset, try again. Reset, try again. Like okay, like sure, whatever's happening.
Well, we're
You
ready
get stuck
to
in purgatory.
attempt.
Groundhog Day.
And
Sure, we're ready to finish. Okay, turn to 120. Yeah, so we're not even reading any of this. Okay, 120. $120. End. If you do not have adventure card 96, Henrik,
I'll just look here because that will be easier to find. 96. We do not have Henrik. Still here.
okay. And you do not have keyword loss.
Loss. No.
Gain adventure card 96.
Oh, we gain him. Oh, okay. 96.
Oh, I'm gonna stash on this guy. So this is Henrik Craig, a passenger. He'll remove any one status effect or block for 3 for you.
Nice.
Heiser, good evening.
Good evening.
Good
Your
evening.
card, your
My
turn.
card,
Yep.
sweet. Okay, here we go. Buckle in. We're going to read here for a while. Looks like your journey to the graveyard of airplanes. The God Eye, the portal to your home, swirls in the distant sky. As the sun wanes and the night frogs begin their chants, Mikro watches you with white eyes from the shadows as dark as an inkwell. The time has come. The portal will close soon. Tell me you have the totems, she says, striding forward, her feet barely leaving prints on the ground. Yes, you say, digging into your bag. You rummage through bits of rope, matches, and notes, but you can't find the totems. Jessie pulls out her pockets and badgers Ed and Miguel, but no one has them. A smile gathers in the corner of Mikra's mouth. I know where they are, she says, looking at Azarius. He stares back silently, hesitation in his eyes and on the edge of his tongue. Well, then give her the totems, says Jessie. I want to go home. I can't do that, says Azarius. Now, with growing determination, what are you talking about? Quit wasting time and give her the totems, says Miguel. We won't do that, says Mikra. You see, he is a red heretic. Mother. He will only use the totems to weaken the gods. Shorm destroyed his home, and he wants revenge. Azarius looks almost relieved at Mikra's revelation. His tense shoulders relax a little. How long have you known, he asks. Since we met, says Mikra. But it didn't trouble me. I started the Red Heretics in the first place. That bitch. Azarius returns an expression of guarded disbelief. Why would you create something that would weaken you and all the gods? Mikra sighs. I could no longer watch the world suffer. There was too much pain and death, and I was willing to put myself in danger to stop it. Ages ago, before a great sleep fell upon us, Shorm and Valard destroyed the vast Pan Empire. Now only a few pitiful nomads remain. When the gods were awakened 8 years ago, they crushed nations in their rage. Shorm killed thousands in the city of Lucra. The gods lived above mortals for too long. When I discovered a way to weaken them, I had to share it. Why didn't you tell us earlier? Asked Jessie. Orfash is already hunting me because I destroyed his temple. If the gods knew my secret, they would destroy me. I only share this with you now because I must. Azarius wears a troubled expression now. What proof do you have? How can I trust you? The Red Heretics have long kept the secret of how to destroy a totem. They wait to use it when the time is right, but I gave them the secret to begin with. Do you know what it is? Of course, says Azarius, but do you? Only the venom of the Hectacron can destroy a totem, and no mortal has ever procured it. Where do you think those vials in your guarded care came from? I gave them to the heretics. Azarius has no reply. Mikra's evidence is enough to silence his doubts, but Miguel has other worries. You've lied to us this whole time, he says. You were going to take the totems for yourself. How could you so easily betray us? It did not worry me at first, but it has become a heavier burden. If what Mikra says is true, maybe we can all get what we want. To destroy the gods? Asked Miguel. Azarius shakes his head. To destroy them completely is to become like them, cruel, destructive, heartless. I don't want to murder the gods, but I do expect them to live as equals. And where does that leave us, you ask? In a sudden explosion of flame and smoke, Orfash roars, his horns eternally burning, his eyes black with bloodlust. Shorm, Omlud, where are you? 2 more gods appear, one of them short, curly-haired woman with a fishing pole, the other a pale woman with obsidian hair and ember eyes. What's this about? The short woman swashes the fishing pole in his face. I have no interest in your little feud with Mikra. Orfash snorts. Listen, Omlud. I have my suspicions for weeks, but I'm certain. I can prove Mikra has been scheming with mortals to betray the gods. Shorm looks intrigued, watching Mikra with deadly eagerness. Continue on the next page. Omlud sighs. Not this again. Why would she do something like that? She's as weak as the rest of us. Orfash stomps the ground with a heavy hoof, sending chunks of rock and dirt in every direction. Because she's sided with the mortals. She wants to be one of them. This Lucrin she's working with is a red heretic. Omlud throws down a fishing pole. throws down the fishing pole and waddles up to Azarius, grabbing the edge of his coat and sniffing it. Yes, Orfash is right. This man has the smell of hectocron venom on him. It is in one of his pockets. Shorm turns to Mikra, rage in her eyes. Traitor, how dare you work against us? Mikra nods solemnly. Azarius, now is the time. Give me the totems. It's the only way we'll defeat them. Azarius hesitates, looking from one god to another, then throws a small pouch towards Mikra. Orfash yells and raises an axe. Shorm shakes the ground and with a slammed foot, and Omlud picks up her fishing pole. Mikra gathers starlight from the dusky sky and throws it at the other gods, who charge at her. Restore all health and stamina. Okay, so camping was pointless, other than adventure cards.
Okay.
Maybe, and adventure cards.
Oh,
So that camp was, we almost like lost the campaign or something because we scratched too many campfires. And we didn't need to. So
Okay.
everyone's full health.
Yeah.
All the adventure cards already back. Okay. And remove one status effect. Oh yeah, and gain adventure card 100 Mikra.
Ooh, this better have a good power on it for us. Oh my god. 15 health. Oh,
Okay,
this is
so when
gonna
we're
be bad.
almost dead, we just use this card and gain a bunch of health.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Not to be confused with this Mikra card, which is just helping you in skill checks. Different Mikra.
Yeah.
One's magic, one's an ally. Then turn to boss 6 on the opposite page.
Oh, look at these bosses.
This is the gods, and they're pissed.
Mama.
Okay, so it looks like... Let's see. So we remember bosses. We fought one last time. It was Orfash. So it's like 3 parts. It's each god, it looks like. Shorm, Olmlud, however you say these names, and Orfash. So they're divided up, I guess, by these 3 lines. So it's like when we're fighting that other guy who's like, was 3 divided that way, I guess. Oh, there's that same thing. The end of round effect of deal 4 damage to any one character twice. It can make someone afraid to fight. Heal ally 4. So this Olmlud's like the healer,
Okay.
healing one of these guys. I don't know how that works exactly. Just like, do we choose? And then here, add 1 power to an ally twice.
This one.
Oh, allies deal +2 counter damage? Oh, we got to cover that one up ASAP.
Yeah, that's the first one probably.
Okay. There's a lot to cover. We will not be able to cover all this on the first turn.
Well, we might be able to because we have a lot of the sevens and...
But still, even drawing straight lines, like, oh yeah, maybe you could, like...
My diagonal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, an 8 damage hit would take care of most of those, but then you still have this one, this one, this one.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have multiple of this. Do we assume that this is the last fight that we need to do?
Why?
Because
You're
we
going to start
have,
tearing
like-
up cards?
No. But we
Oh.
have like 3.
Yeah, yeah.
We have like probably like 6
Yeah,
or
we
7.
can go crazy. We got torches, we got the 8 damage off these. Yeah, we might
We
as
have a
well.
couple of them. We have the 7 damage off the fire
Oh,
ones.
but we ruin our score, right?
We could not even fight.
So we
Use all
we
that.
get 4 points for every common resource, and 1 point per remaining quest. Oh no, sorry, 1 point for every 4 remaining common, and 1 point for every quest one.
Oh,
I think is how that works. So I don't know. Those are points we're throwing away.
Yeah, but if we're not...
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
kill the healer first for sure.
Yeah.
At least shut off her abilities.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to put them under. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. Shuffle up our combat deck.
So we don't get confused. We'll put hers up top because she has less. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you.
Oh, level 14. This is a level 14 fight. You may not run from this combat. If you defeat the enemies, read 120.1. Okay.
So do we want to use any of those before we even start?
I would see what we do with our cards first, since we're gonna play them no matter what, and
Okay.
then see what it's looking like maybe. Unless you want to use those to, like, we could just use a torch to shut this one off, so this
Oh,
plus
yeah.
2 counter damage stuff doesn't happen. But that's not when you fight this one. That's only when you fight these ones. So obviously fighting this one first, we wouldn't have to deal with that anyway.
Not
So
sure.
I would save that for like when we just have bad dice rolls and we struggle.
I can try to fight this guy with this one middle one with my diagonal, because if I can get some diagonal things going.
Yeah, do it up.
All right, so he can go. I can't really
But
get
he's
rid
gonna,
of.
yeah, then he's gonna get smacked back for like 6.
I have a 4 block here, so I think it's okay. And if I play this one, it gives me 1 block. Okay, we're gonna go with this one, I think. That's 4 plus die roll. And it removes 1, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna remove 1. We're attacking in the center. So it's 4 plus die roll. Sorry. 1, so 5. I think that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's see what I covered for
Any synergies?
1 synergy. You can take it. Okay. Then he gets hit back for 1, but technically he has, when an enemy counterattacks this character, draw a fate card. If it's 5 plus, it gets 2 block. So draw me a fate card.
5.
So that's 3 block.
Exactly
He's hitting
5.
me for 2, 3, 4, 5. He takes 2 damage.
That's fine.
Yeah, but he can take none.
But
Oh, okay.
look at these guys.
We'll take 2. Yeah,
Look at
you're
these
right,
guys are hitting back huge.
You're right. Okay. So middle is good for now. We don't even need to worry. I've covered everything
Okay.
on the middle one.
All right.
So-
I'm gonna attack the left guy, Orfash, I think. Yeah. So let's use the synergy here. We'll roll the die, maybe get some extra damage involved. Nope, we actually get less. But he is hitting for 4. I can remove 1, 2, 3, 4 if I spend this, and I spend a honey. I actually remove 3 triangles. Another one from here. And then I said I hit him for 4, unfortunately. Let's go 1, 2, synergy here. 3.
Oh, he has a block. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I don't like that one. Okay, and then counterattack of 3 back. 1, 2, 3. 9 health remaining.
Okay. Can you remove any more powers
Yeah.
from the right one? I cannot unless I have a synergy, so I'm just
Okay.
curious.
I just don't know. Yeah, I can attack that one. The right one then. Because I have synergy of block 3. Let's just remove. Yeah, we'll remove 1. We're attacking here, right? You want? Okay. That's not great. I have this one, but it's like not doing anything. Yeah, let's just remove 1, whatever. We're gonna roll the die. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total coming in.
She does have 1 block too as well.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna use. I don't know. I'll probably save that for that.
I can still go too, so based
Yeah.
on where you.
Okay.
those things.
Let's just go 1. Synergy.
Thank you.
1. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 synergy. Yeah, let's just go here. 7, 8. And then a counterattack back of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can percentage synergy block 3 of that. So she takes 4 damage, going to 8.
All right. She'll go next. I'll spend a synergy to remove one of these. Then I will attack for 4 plus die roll. 1, so 5. And I think I just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Synergy to.
I got one of your guys.
Here. Okay, then she gets hit back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She has 2 block. She's taking 4. I'll block 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the cards for blocking.
And you can rewind it if you need.
Yeah, let me just spend.
Yeah, Matthew, she can split up the 15 amongst characters, yes.
Yeah.
But I think we might be okay.
I'll just block 2 off of that damage that hit her. She's up to 10 again. Okay.
And then before we end this round, I think we use one of the torches.
Yeah, yeah.
Or one of this.
We're gonna use a bunch of this.
Yeah. I think we do it on this side, right?
Yeah. So do an 8 damage. We're gonna spend an ice crystal thingy to an ice diamond thing to do an 8 damage hit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No.
No. That's 4.
Yeah. 5, 6, 7, and then 8 synergy.
Let me take it.
Okay, that's gone. And then this torch, we could. Whoops, something's going on here. That one's. I don't know what. Oh, you placed it here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we could. I mean, like literally, what are we saving these things for?
I don't know. You're right.
So then.
7? 5.
Like we just want to cover this, and then we're kind of okay.
So we could do 5, 6, 7. Oops. And that finishes this one.
Done. Put that in there. And then this torch to just cover the other one, I guess. Here's the torch.
Thank you.
And that way there's no end around effects
5,
after round 1.
6.
Then we discard our combat cards. I'll draw 2 new ones.
Yeah, and this is.
You draw 2 new ones. And then we just continue to pound the crap out of these guys. All right, I am going to. I don't know if I should go first. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just go after this right one. That's the highest health one. Oh, the middle one has high health too. Yeah, let's just go against
Oh,
this
yeah,
one.
sorry. I guess I should.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll attack this right one. And I'll use the synergy to remove a triangle. He has a remove triangle automatically from an upgrade. And then he's going to roll a die. That's a 1. So 1 plus strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 6 plus the 2 buffs. 7, 8. So yeah, I'll just put a 5 here. And a 3 here. And then a synergy. Do you have synergies on any cards?
Yeah, 2 of them. Just to remove.
Okay, boom, there you go. Yep. And then it gets hit back for 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, down to 9. Go ahead, whatever you want to do. Unless one of these looks better first that you think.
This one can get rid of all 3.
Oh,
of
then yeah,
these.
do that.
So
Yeah.
he'll go in
Just
first.
hopefully you can get like 6. We're still trying to get 6 on that middle one.
Yeah.
That's like the
Spend
biggest
energy.
roadblock right now.
Get rid of all 3 of these. Okay, rolling a die. So it's 3 plus die roll, which is just 3. So let's put that on, I guess, this one. Okay, and then he's going to take...
Joey, thank you for
2 back.
subscribing.
That's fine. 1, 2.
Yeah, Mikra can split up the healing amongst us if you didn't answer. I don't think you answered that.
I think I did.
Oh,
I
okay,
did,
okay.
but I don't...
Sorry, I just noticed.
It's all good. It's all good. Plus 2. Oh, whoops! I probably should have done that on the other. On the other character. Yeah, I'm gonna say I did that on her. Sorry, instead. She spent that. She did that. 1, 2. She blocks 1. She takes 1. Okay. Then, because this card's better for this guy.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll get, but all right. 3 plus die roll.
Plus his eyeballs, so.
Yeah. 1. So
One.
that's 4 plus 1, 2. So it's 4, 5, 6.
That's what you need.
That's what I need. So we'll put
It
the
gives out a
6
synergy.
here. Oh, okay. You can take it, yeah. And then he blocks 1, but draw a fate card. If it's 5 plus, I get 2 block.
4.
Oh, so I
Womp womp.
have to take 1. Okay.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. Also here against this one on the right. He'll remove these 2. An attack for 5 plus die roll. If I roll a -1, I take 3 damage. I roll a 0. So 5. I guess we're just going. Doesn't really matter. Let's cover that 3. And we're done.
Yep.
Discard. Oh yeah, he's got to get hit back for
2.
just 2. Down to 7. Okay. Boom.
Oh, it's better for you. Dang it.
Whatever.
Alrighty. 3, 4.
All right.
6.
I will just attack this one over here. Oh, he doesn't have synergy. Oh yeah, he still removes 1 automatically from his upgrade. 1 plus die roll. 3 plus the book symbols. 3 more. 6 damage. And we'll just cover this and this. Okay. I will just
What's that?
attack this one on the right. 2 plus die roll. No, I'll attack the one in the middle. 2 plus die roll. 2, so 4. I'll just cover up this. Oh, I didn't know that was there.
That's okay. We can do something like.
No, because I'd better cover this one then.
Oh, yeah.
Because more would have to go on this one. But I do have deal 1 damage to each adjacent enemy by spending the synergy. So I'll cover this synergy to give a synergy.
I don't need it, so whoever.
Whatever. Sarius. And then 1 will go here. And then the block will stop. Only 1 damage gets through. Go ahead.
All right, she's going to use this card here. I roll the dice twice. 3 plus. Oh, sorry, I'm attacking the middle. Attacking the middle. 3 minus 1, so 2 plus any of these symbols, so that's 4 total. That's annoying. So let's just cover this 3. And then she has 1 block, 2 blocks, so she fully blocks it. All right, then this guy.
I mean, we can just spend like whatever and finish the game. It's like
I know, because this guy's only going to be, he's going to be 1 shy. He's going to be 2 plus
That's fine.
2 is
Just do
4.
whatever.
He'll attack here. Okay, and then he's 1 block, draw fate card. If it's 5,
it's a 1.
he takes 1. And then we only need, oh, you have 1 more guy. Oh, then let's just, yeah. Oh, should we just go 1 more round so we don't
Yeah,
use
it's
the
fine.
resource?
Who cares?
Oh, that's the card I have in my hand.
I don't care about score. We're not counting
I know,
score.
I know.
I don't care. But yeah, we could just spend literally. We have like an 8 attack, an 8 attack,
Oh, we have 2 guys with
a 7 attack, and a 7 attack. No, but we could have just like ended
I
it
know.
before, but just like we didn't even need to do the whole last round. Probably would have like crushed it. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Level 14 ain't nothing. We got an awesome deck, and we're just crushing it. All right.
All right, you have a straight 2 or?
Yeah. Whatever. Let's we gotta use the gun. Lucran rifle on eyeball guy. Right here in the middle to the healer. 3, 2, 4. 4 damage. Yeah. Hits back. For one gets blocked, 1 would go through, but I'm going. Well, I don't know if there's a stage 2, so
I know, I don't
let's not
either.
get too cocky. I'll just take 1 damage.
All right, and then I'll just use this here for 3 damage, and I'll attack here. And then she blocks both, so she takes no damage.
Boom. Okay, so it's
Defeated.
crushed. If you want to help clean this
Yeah.
holy wooden tokens back. Okay, so we put the gods to sleep. 120.1, which is also titled End. If you have fewer than 5 totems, but how could
Like
you
we
have
would've-
got here?
I know, but I guess.
Oh, hold on. If you have fewer than 5 restored totems, 9 in a long campaign, turned out 121.1. I guess there's ways where you could have had an end, like a bad
Maybe
end.
you're forced into an end.
Yeah, and it just kicks you here.
Okay,
And it says, if you have at least 5 totems, 9 in a long campaign, keep reading.
we do. Okay.
The gods collapse to the ground, and a sulfuric cloud of smoke appears. By the time it fades away, the defeated gods have disappeared. Azarius watches as the last bit of smoke clear away, wearing an expression of disbelief. We beat them, says Jessie, poking the ground where the gods had fallen with her baseball bat. Are they dead? Says Miguel, adjusting his glasses. No, not dead. They're practically mortal now, though, says Mikra. But you must hurry. The portal is about to close. Take your flying machine and go home. Azarius looks at you with half a smile tinged with melancholy. I'm going to miss you all. Take care of yourself, Azarius, you say, and thank you. If this is your 2nd or 3rd campaign, turn to 122. No. By now, Eugene has the engines roaring. You're the last one in the plane, and when you climb inside and shut the door, you're greeted by hopeful and fearful faces. The plane shudders as it releases its grip on the yellow grass and soars towards a giant face in the mountain and the god eye. The portal flickers as you grow closer, sputtering with the last moments of its life. A sudden screech shakes the plane and pierces your ears like a knife. The Hellthark's titanic shadow climbs up the mountain face. You can see it above you. It swoops down, eager to dash your plane against the cliffs. Then an eerie song drifts over the mountain. The Hellthark slows, flapping its wings laboriously. It drifts to the ground with a massive thump, asleep, just as you fly through the swirling mass of the god eye. Home awaits for you on the other side. You can feel your heart racing. Have you finally returned? Clouds surround the plane. In a gap ahead, something tall and majestic and red stands above the glittering sea. The Golden Gate Bridge welcomes you back. We're home, Jessie calls, and a cheer erupts in the back of the plane. Miguel radios the airstrip, and by the time you land, Ruby, Ed's daughter, is waiting with teary eyes. She runs to Ed and throws her arms around his neck, and then dashes to Miguel, covering him with kisses. You jump onto your motorcycle, waving at them, and race away with a burst of speed, already searching for the next adventure. Ending 1. See your rulebook, page 29, to calculate your final score and mark your achievements. Nah. If you have more boxes checked on the King Trucium track than the Storm Cloak City Rebels track, read 124.
We don't have any.
We didn't do
checks,
any of that
so-
stuff. Yeah. Obviously, in future runs, you could do that stuff, I guess, and go wander around a little more. If you have more boxes checked on the Stormcloak City Rebels track than the King Trucium track, read 125. If both tracks have no check boxes, or they have an equal number, there is no effect.
Oh.
You suck.
We got ending 1 though. That seems like the best ending, right?
Ending 1 means like your first ending, because remember,
okay,
if it was
yeah.
our second or third campaign,
You're
it
right.
would have taken us to some other ending.
I was like, we got the best one.
And I think that's it, because it doesn't say continued on next page or go read anywhere else. So that's it. That's
did
the
it.
end of our first campaign. Obviously, you're meant to play these games over and over. The world is huge.
Yeah, there's areas we did not even
Yeah,
go to.
we never even explored the top 3 areas. I remember this with Sleeping Gods 2 is the same thing. And there's so many things at each individual place we didn't interact with, choices we made, choices we made and tests we did and stuff that led to different things. But there's quite a few little things hidden in this game that we didn't even see. And if you want to pass me that box there.
This one?
So all these quest cards we never touched, and all these adventure cards we never touched. And there's a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, because even if you look at like our completed,
Yeah.
it's like nothing.
We're sucky. We didn't want to do it a lot. Again, we're playing on stream. We don't want to spoil the whole thing, I don't think. I like these games as they're like, cool. You watch this, you get an idea, or just watch the first couple episodes, and then it's your choice. Is like, is it a game for you or not for you? And if it is, great. You have tons of hours of gaming to explore. And even if you watch our series, we're not going to play through the whole thing. We could, but even if we played through a few times, we're not going to see everything. That's what's cool. It's like, it's quite the replayable little campaign game, and it's not that long. It's like that perfect length of a campaign for me now, is how I feel. It's like, you know, a few sessions, a nice little short campaign, has a nice beginning, conclusion, end. This game is overwhelming to me, though, at the fact that there's so many things in it, so many choices, so many things to do on a turn, and places to go. You can fly here. We didn't even see the discovered locations, like where
we never found any.
Yeah, where you fly to like different cards. Like there's other locations that aren't in the book, that are their own cards that get added to the game, and you can fly to them. Yeah, and I'm sure there's like more interesting endings and things to do and things to see. There's that whole bird. Like, what's the deal with the bird? Like,
I thought
you
that
just
was going to be the ending.
no. There's obviously a way, and they hinted at it. You can,
If you went up north,
you're trying to save people from getting killed by it. You can maybe put them to sleep somehow. Find out who is putting him to sleep. Like, what is going on there? I don't know. But yeah, very interesting game. But another campaign game down and
Yes.
done and
That's always a
tried.
good feeling, eh?
Yeah, I know it's not truly done. Like, it's just the first campaign. Again, you're meant to play this. It's not buy it, play 5 evenings, and the game's over, and all that money it wasn't that expensive either, I don't think. But if you enjoy this type of gameplay, like, how many enemies did I pull out of this deck?
Oh,
Like 10 of these cards out of
Something like that, yeah.
73, you know what I mean?
and like weren't 2 or 3 of them the ones that we did in?
Yeah.
Again, we
Tons
did
of
them in
enemies.
the tutorial, and then they came back.
Tons of enemies. We ran from those one things. We had so
Okay.
many quests.
We
Like,
probably could have beat those ones. We
look at how many quests we just like bumped into, had along the way that we never finished. And obviously the game is meant to be time gated, unless, like, we had that special variant we're playing with, and I understand now why. Because if we never had we would only be crossing off one when we actually camped.
Yeah, we probably would have only crossed off like 4.
We only had like 4 cross off maybe, and then and 2 of the times we camped, we probably didn't even need to camp. We were just being safe, and then the game basically gave us a free camp. But yeah, I can see playing the long campaign version maybe is a little better way to do it. But yeah, just it's insane how many little dots on these places we never explored. How many of these little treasure things we didn't find or didn't get. Like, it's cool how much of the world we kind of like, the little bit of layer we peeled away. But like, just like Sleeping Gods, the same thing. When I finished that, I was like, I felt the same way as like, man, we could play this again, and I want to know more. Like, there's little quest lines that I want to see finished. There's places on the map that I want to check out. There's like, what other totems are there? Like, some of those were really powerful and really cool. I love this little combat deck, little deck building mechanic here of your combat deck's kind of fun. But yeah, for a little play out of the book, storybook game, it's like, I don't know. It has that Sleeping Gods vibe, of course. And again, I can't compare them really well because I haven't played them in a while. I know there's some comments on the previous videos about them that people say Sleeping Gods is still generally people's more beloved game, which you can tell from the ratings and what people say online and stuff. But somebody mentioned that they like the combat better in this, that they refined it or fixed it or something. I forget exactly what was said, but that was interesting to know. But again, we played them so far apart. I played so many games in between then. And that was also played during, like, you know, the COVID lockdown times of 2020, I think. Pretty sure.
I think so.
And then, yeah, so my memory of anything during that time or before that time is like, that's like 20 years ago. I have no idea what even happened anymore. But yeah, it's definitely a solid game on its own. Nice little game. I'm glad I picked it up. And yeah, definitely a cool game.
It would have been interesting because had we played the longer game, we only technically found 7 totems. I think we knew of a place we could get one more.
We tossed some away, I think, 1 or 2 away when it said, like, discard a totem to prevent something.
Yeah, but
and we were like, well, we have
True.
extras. And we're like, who cares?
but
Toss this one.
Yeah, but
I
we may
think.
have had to find additional ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just close the poll and I'm going to read some of your comments here. Anyone have any comments on this game? If you're watching live, throw them in the chat. If you're watching later, again, I love to hear, and I'm sure others would love to hear, if you played both games, positives, negatives, anything. I'd like to hear your thoughts on either one, how they're compared. Must you play both? They both scratch the itch. If you only could have one, which one would it be? Do you think the sales on this were good enough that we're going to see another game in the Sleeping Gods universe? Is there already another one on crowdfunding? I probably don't even know because I don't go on crowdfunding websites that much. But yeah, so I don't know. I'd love to hear it. Leave it in the comments. I'm curious. I find it fascinating because there's people who spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in the first one. We only spent like 20 something hours probably or less. And in this one, same thing, right? So we've only scratched the surface in both. You get the point. You get how it works. You get all the mechanics. You get how the story is and the writing and a finale and everything. It's kind of cool. But yeah, there's like little mini games and things to hide, achievements to get. Like there's a lot here. If you enjoy the gameplay loop of this and enjoy repeated sessions of this game, like there is a lot more than what we just showed you. Tons more. For sure it's there. For sure it's there. Matthew says, you tuck the gods into bed and read them a bedtime story. They slowly close their eyes and fall into deep sleep. You tiptoe down the mountain and say to one another, they were cute when sleeping. That's the true ending. Matthew's asking, would you replay this game again? I would, but again, after doing this live streaming or just playing games on stream in general for like, I don't know now, like 11, 12 years, whatever it's been or more, I'm just starting to be honest with myself. I can't play every game all the way to the end. I also don't want to just play every game like one time and then throw it away and move on. I do like to enjoy games kind of as they're meant to be enjoyed. And I thank you guys for sponsoring the channel. You know, you guys watching who sponsor the channel with your super chats and memberships and stuff to allow me not to, you know, have to constantly chase the new hotness and play crappy games. I appreciate it. But yeah, I do want to play more stuff. And I don't need to play the same game all the way to the end. This is enjoyable. But I definitely wouldn't get right into another campaign right now if I were to play it. But realistically, I have to be honest with myself. We have a pile of games. Literally, a new crowdfunding game I backed, like, I don't know how many years ago, just showed up today. In our pile of games that I want to get played. There's so many that, like, and there's other ones that I could and want to play that probably I should wait on even more. That I just want to play these other games. So I definitely got what this game's about. Technically, I didn't even need to play this game. I already played Sleeping Gods. So this is just felt like more of the same to me. But again, I don't remember it that well. But this, it all came back, like the feels and everything.
Yeah, it's very, very familiar.
Yeah, very familiar. Same kind of experience for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they just slapped Sleeping Gods on a completely different style of game. It's like this is a Sleeping Gods game, which is good that they did that. But yes, I would want to play it again. But will I play it again? Realistically, if I look at the history of how games like this, it works out, no. Probably won't ever go back to playing it again. And yeah, unless for some reason it's like, man, you guys missed the best part of the game and it totally changes to a brand new game when you play it again. I don't think that's the case. But there's plenty of other games to play, so realistically, no. But it's nothing against this game. Even if this game like knocked it out of the park and was my favorite game, I'm probably gonna move on to something else. That's just how it is. And yeah, also for entertainment factor too, right? Like we probably don't have that many people who've been following along. Yeah, it's like an okay number of people watching right now for like how quickly we've been playing the campaign. But it's not like gangbusters where people are like, oh my God, I must see the next episode. I don't think, but I'll look back at the numbers too. But yeah. Yeah. But it would have been a fun game to play, like with Kyle, for example, or even with our like other gaming group to have like the 4 players going where everyone's controlling just one character.
Yeah.
I think would have been an okay little story to go through and play with them like weekly or something. It's like a good game for that. Will we do that? Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, Rachel says they may already have it, but a legacy game from Sleeping Gods would be cool. Yeah, that'd be a lot.
Games from anybody is cool.
Yeah, not always.
I
Chris says, is it enough different from Sleeping Gods to take it on? Seems so similar to my eyes. Chris, again, I'm not the best to ask. I feel like I'm playing the exact same game, but I know there were differences. Somebody left a nice lengthy comment explaining last time I brought this up in stream. I don't know if it was the last episode or the one before, maybe. But somebody left a good explanation. Said they had so many hours in Sleeping Gods. They've played both. They like this about this one and this about the other one. The other one had more of a main story, I think was mentioned. Has more of a main quest to it.
Okay.
This one is kind of like, you know, you're
More
doing...
open?
Yeah, I think so. But I can't remember exactly. But I'm not the best to ask that. Maybe that's why I'm saying maybe somebody in the comments below after the stream can leave it, or anyone in the chat who has more. But I would play, to be honest, I would play if you like what you saw and you think these are cool. Like if you're only to pick one, I would pick whichever one is like at your local game store at a reasonable price and is in print or whatever criteria it is to not overpay. You're going to get the same vibe from both, I'm sure. But let's say Sleeping Gods is out of print or not available where you are, and this one is because it's newer. I would just buy this one and play it. You don't need to play the other one. But one might be slightly better to you based on what you like or whatever. But you'll have to do your own research on that, I think. But if you're like not into one, you won't be into the other, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So if you did like Sleeping Gods and you're like, I played the crap of that, do I need this one? If you feel like you want more Sleeping Gods and you like that gameplay and you want more story by this and art from the same designer, then grab it. But if you're like, I already played Sleeping Gods, I kind of felt like I was done with that, I want to play new styles of games or whatever, then yeah, I would pass because it is similar. But yeah. Lindsay says, something's better. Oh, some things better, some things not as good. The original had more game to it with the light worker placement. Mm-hmm. Oh, the ship thing. Yeah, okay.
I like that. And then the damage
and the
all
ship
that
actions. I remember that. Yes,
and then
yes.
Get blocked.
Oh, I totally forgot all about the little shipboard. The combat is better in the second. Yeah, that's what somebody said. Yeah.
So
Maybe it was you, Lindsay, who said the combat thing in the comments.
I'm now seeing why they would have added that mechanic. At the beginning, I didn't really like the counterattacks back when they die, but like I see now that it would be too easy, I think.
Yeah, obviously there's a balance there.
Yeah, there's a balance, and I see why they did it.
Yeah, Matthew says, I think as a content creator, you have different priority than us. You should do different games and allow your viewers to experience on their own.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I do like personally playing games how I want to play them. And some games I play too much of on stream, I feel. Like, you get the point. But I do enjoy just hanging out and playing games. And I want to play the games. And sometimes people want to watch more of a specific game. And I'm always trying to make, like, content that's different and, like, maybe isn't already out there. Nowadays, that's harder because, like, channels like this are a dime a dozen because everybody does it. But, again, back when I started, I was trying to make videos for games and playthroughs for games that I couldn't find playthroughs of on YouTube or couldn't find decent quality coverage of said card game or whatever, right? So nowadays, like pretty much every game I play, you can find a playthrough of it. So it's like, But then again, most of those playthroughs, they don't go beyond like a few turns.
One episode.
you know, don't even finish a chapter, you know, I'll just leave the rest for you, you know, because they're really just trying to demo a game for you and be paid to show you the game or whatever, right? So I'm trying to just make different, it's more about the hangout and having a good community here and playing some cool games. Yeah, so in my mind, it's also like, I have to try to please the viewers too, right? So it's like, if I just, like I learned this, let's say Cloudspire. Cloudspire was like, man, I want to play through, like I like to play through campaign games to the end, right? Cloudspire from Chip Theory Games has a solo, like basically campaign to it that is like more content and more stuff going on and more brain burniness and setup and rules and craziness. It's crazy, the stuff in there, just for the solo player. And this campaign, I was trying to play through and learn all the factions, and every faction's like a whole new game you're playing, and you're trying to go through each puzzle of each scenario and carry stuff forward. And I was playing that thing, like trying to keep it all straight. It was very stressful, took a lot of work, and I was playing it. But I was noticing as I got really deep into it, there was like a handful of hardcore few that were actually joining into streams, watching them, being engaging. And I started to feel very alone by the end of it. And then I look at the numbers and realize, yeah, no one's really watching me play this. But then if I go play another game that I've barely played on the channel, then everyone's interested and wants to watch it, right? So it's like, okay, I should probably pay attention. That's why I just stopped playing that campaign of solo stuff and stopped playing that game in general, because I realized people were pretty much done watching that game. Sure, they made a second edition later, improved the tutorial in the game, which got other people into that game. And then people come back to my channel going, Rob, I need more Cloudspire. And I'm like, you missed the window on that. I've already played the crap out of that, done hundreds and hundreds of hours. I've moved on, man. Go watch the VODs. Like, I'm not doing new stuff for that game. I did it. Nobody was there watching. And now, you know, you can go watch it in the past. It's not like it's lost to time.
Yeah, it's not gone.
Yeah. So I also realized, and the same with video games, is like, I love to just take a game, play the crap out of the game till I feel like I've played enough of the game, and then move on to other game. And I always like to try different stuff. Like, I've tried so many video games over my lifetime, all different styles, all different genres. I just like playing different stuff, and I get in the mood to crack out this sports game or this shooting game or this puzzly game or whatever. Same thing in board games. Like, I just have moods. I like to have certain things. I don't want to have a collection of only the same thing. I like to try all different things. Sometimes in the mood, never a mood for a party game, but sometimes in the mood for like a lighter game, a competitive game, a family weight game, a hardcore campaign game, cheesy beer and pretzel dice chucker. Like, I just have different tastes. But then sometimes I'll be playing those. I'm like, man, I'm really excited to play this like dungeon crawler with Kyle and Mel. And then a couple episodes in, I'm like, you know, I'm not really feeling playing this anymore. I want to play something different with you guys. Like, and I just got to move on to different stuff. Like, for my own sanity, right? I don't want to make this ever feel like work too much. Because then why did I quit my other job to do this? So I was kind of like, make sure I'm not stressing out and like kind of enjoying myself, and playing what I want to play is kind of like how I'm doing it. So I appreciate that. But yeah, so I do have different goals, but they're not the same as like normal content creator goals. But yeah, it's kind of my thought process.
But then on the other side of it too, we do buy board games mainly with the money that is sent like from you guys. And we also want to play the game. So we get these games and we also want to play them to the end and see what happens. So that there's a balance there. It's tough. Yeah, when someone comes in and goes, Rob, you should check this new game out that's on crowdfunding, I stress out, not because like I'm annoyed that person's telling me. I'm stressed out because it's like, no, I want to play these other games right now that I already own. I don't need the pile to get bigger. I'm already stressing out looking at what I have. I want to play this, this, and this. Again, time just flies, and it's hard to get them all played and all keep them straight and everything. So yeah, it's just kind of why I get stressed about that. It's nothing like, oh my God, like, I don't care about that game, but it's like, maybe later. Kurt, the Viking, says, thanks for the playthrough. You're welcome. Appreciate that you make the effort to see the campaign through unless it sucks. Yeah, exactly.
Originally, it was like, whatever game I'm picking, I'm doing my research, I'm picking an amazing game, I'm going to play through it, and then judge it at the end. But then I realized if that's the way I'm going to do it, I'm only going to play like 10 more games before I'm dead. You know what I mean? So I need to kind of like, all right, let's just play some shorter games, some one-off games, not finish the long campaigns anymore. Maybe just go and buy the ones that are like shorter campaigns and try those out. Like, that's the tough part. But now it should be easier understood. Every game at one point was just jamming campaigns in their game because it's the hot thing, right? But there's that skill now of a designer that that skill of making sure that your campaign and your mechanics and your gameplay loop and your story and everything, you need to find that sweet spot to end your campaign before it gets boring and where it's still interesting throughout, right? There's too many of these games we play and we see and we hear about that. I'm glad I didn't back that people get and they're like, yeah, this game that's like 1,000-hour campaign or whatever, just throwing numbers out there. You know, this 200-hour campaign, 60-hour campaign, whatever. Then you're hearing people like, yeah, it's just grindy and busy work and it's just fluff. Like you're sitting down, it's just like they just added filler. And I'm like, I remember those back in the Super Nintendo games playing a lot of like RPGs in video game form. And that's how they'd add length to it by just making you grind more and like, just sit there grinding XP till you could get past the next boss. And they just like gated it, right? And then in between, you're just sitting there fighting the same enemies over and over again just to add length to the game so they could put on the back of the box, 100-hour campaign, whatever. But if your game is not interesting the whole way through, and make sure you end before it gets sucky and boring and people want to move on, right? You gotta like TV shows, same thing, right? There's that sweet spot where a show has to know, don't Walking Dead that thing, like really kill it, Don't let it live on undead, and keep going and going and going. Like some shows just need to end, right? But finding that fine line where the artist needs to end it for this beautiful story and before it just falls off versus the Suits that are like, we need to keep just driving it into the ground to make money. It's like, that's a skill. And to find games that know how to do that is what I'm now looking for. Is like, I'm looking for those shorter game campaigns where they keep it interesting for the few sessions I'm going to have it on the table and then move on. I don't need the Gloomhaven kind of sit in that same mechanical loop over and over again. Oh, great, here's another character. Yeah, they work a little different than the last one in the last game, but they're still similar. It's like, okay, cool, the same kind of story thing, opening boxes, whatever. It's like, if you're sitting down and it's the same thing over and over again, it better be interesting.
Yeah, it's got to catch you.
Yeah. I don't need to play games forever. There's too many games to play, too many great games coming out every year. That I want to there's so much to try. And again, it's not even the ones coming out. I still want to try games from before I even got into the hobby. I want to try games that were in the hobby when I first got into the hobby that I poo-pooed and, oh, this is not for me, or this game looks stupid. And now my tastes have changed. I want to go back and find some of these great games and play them, right? So, and I even want to play some games in my collection that I haven't played in a decade that I'm like, man, I want to see if those games are still as good as they were. And it's like, there's just so many games and not enough time, which is a great problem to have. But it's like, yeah. But yeah, this game is definitely cool. Definitely a cool game. And yeah, I know not every campaign is going to be for everyone to watch either all the way through. Like definitely when we're playing through a bunch of campaigns, I notice like definitely the interaction on the channel drops. I even see like Dan Roberts, I see him at Gen Con. One of the first things he says is like, man, I'd love to come and hang out in your chat, but you're not playing any games I'm interested in for the last little while. And I'm like,
fair.
I understand. I know what Dan is. Dan is a cult of the new. Dan likes buying new games. Dan always likes the big Kickstarters. I'm not one of those channels that wants to sit there just buying new big Kickstarters and playing the new stuff all the time. So I understand, like, I'm playing this game, which is a year old, right? Mm-hmm. Dan's maybe already played it and moved on, doesn't care to watch it, right? That's just one example. And it's like, I can't please everybody, right? Again, I get in trouble for not playing enough Lord of the Rings LCG, but like, if I played everything in that game, we would have been done like years ago. And I like kind of going to it when I feel like playing it. And I'm not just a channel dedicated to one game either. So yeah. But yeah, White Rabbit, it gives the feedback that like exactly why I do what I do. White Rabbit says, I like to binge watching your campaigns, especially ones I'll never play. You guys are my Netflix. That's exactly what I do. Like when we're playing the campaigns through, I'm trying to make that season that's just sitting there for someone else to watch later when they find it convenient and be able to watch it all back to back.
Yeah.
Most creators play a couple scenarios and stop. Very annoying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, we know.
I used to see that when I was first getting into the hobby, and that was another thing, like learning games and like wanting to know if a game's for me. They'd get to the end of the setup, they'd play like the first couple turns and then stop there. And I'm like, but I get you just showed me how the game kind of like a turn works or a couple turns work, but like, I want to know more, like show me how this game kind of goes. You don't need to play the whole game, but like, I want to know if I should invest in it or not, you know? And like, Yeah, they're just giving teases. But again, they're just trying to get through as many games as possible, as quickly as possible, right? So you can't spend all that time on one game if you're going to do that. Just started watching Aeon's and Legacy to see if I want to buy it or not. My YouTube history is mostly you guys lately. Rachel, thank you so much.
You.
I'm sorry to hear that.
How were we back in the day?
Chris says, I found you guys when I was looking for Lord of the Rings Journeys of Middle-earth content. Oh, such a good game.
Yep.
In the time that elapsed, I have acquired several board games I never would have known about. Now I have a bookshelf full.
Oh, we're sorry about that.
Again, I cannot be held responsible.
That's funny. Hi, Velko.
Elko, what's up? I completely agree. Max 20-hour campaign games for me, please. Don't have commitment time for more than that. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
And it's good to have like the 20-hour or like, you know, I could go up to like 20 sessions. And again, our sessions are longer on stream than yours would be at home. And you don't have to like discuss and talk. Especially if you're playing solo, you just can rip through games quickly, right? But what was I going to say? The 20 session ones are like, you know, 15 to 20 sessions, scenarios. And like to have a decent story is fine with me. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying. Like I keep saying, I want the next Gloomhaven product that I buy. I want it to be more in the line of Jaws of the Lion. I wish they would just release more like that. You know, release one of those every couple of years instead of every 5 years releasing a giant like Frosthaven, Gloomhaven size game. Yeah. Like, yes, I loved Gloomhaven for what it was, but I'd also like, I don't know, it was its own special thing. You shouldn't be trying to recreate exactly that. But to have more like episodic, like here's Jaws of the Lion, just a small little story. Here's some characters in it, a few boxes to pop open. Setup and teardown was nice. It didn't, you know, it actually fit on a shelf. Mm-hmm. That's more what I'm looking for. And then I would buy more of those more often because I could play one and then still have time in the rest of the year to play many other things. And then when another one comes out, I've kind of cleansed my palate. And I can go back, because I do love the gameplay loop of Gloomhaven. And then even better, I wish they just released them all digitally too. Yeah. At least the big ones. At the same time they release physical. And I'm not going to buy a big one. I keep thinking, I did for a minute, it crossed my mind when people were asking, like, are you going to play Gloomhaven 2nd Edition? Oh. It's the same thing I'm thinking about this year of, I want to go back and play some games I haven't played in a long time. I want to play some great games, even new ones to me, but that maybe aren't new to everybody. And going back to Gloomhaven with where we are now and like many years later. But then again, I played digital not that long ago, I feel. And Frosthaven is still very similar. And they're like updating Gloomhaven with Frosthaven stuff. I don't even know what the hell that means.
You're gonna put a town?
And that scares me. I like put a mandatory puzzle book in there or something. So it's like, but then I don't want to support that. I only want to support them with my dollars when they make more Jaws of the Lion stuff.
Gloomhaven though was different, I would say, for us when we played it because we weren't as we are now into board games, right? We didn't have shelves and shelves of board games. We also played games differently.
We did have shelves and shelves.
We did, but not like we do now.
No, definitely not.
And not to the extent. But we also, like, for example, Justin would come over and he would spend the whole weekend and we would just play and play and play. And that doesn't really happen now. Like, so things are a little bit different in the way that we play now, but yeah.
Rachel says, the way you guys play helps me decide on what to buy since apparently I'm picky on games. It helps me as a new board game junkie.
That's awesome.
That's the way you should be. Yeah. Be picky.
Yeah, be picky.
Do your research. Like, yeah.
You don't need everything.
Yep. If we're enjoying ourselves, don't automatically assume you're going to enjoy yourself. Like, start to build up. What I found the best way to do it is start to play these different games that you're playing and not just go, oh, I really like that game. Start breaking it down to like, what did you like about that game? Was it certain mechanics? Was it specific artist, graphic design on it? Was it the length of play? Was it the setup and teardown? Like, you make little notes of all the things about that game that you liked. So that way, when you're looking at a game, look for those things. Like, you know, because just because we're having a good time, that week, I might be feeling that type of game because I haven't played a game like that in a while or it's new to me. But you might be like, wow, he's loving this game. And he loved that other same game I love. But what you liked about it and what I liked about it, and then how I feel about this one could be completely different, based on different like reasons and experiences and stuff. So that's why I definitely try to show everything. So then you can be like, oh, okay, he's mentioning this that he doesn't like, but then you look on your list of things you liked in your 5 favorite games, and you're like, yeah, he doesn't like that. Mel doesn't like that, but I like that, and that's good that he's mentioning that. Don't take it as like you should avoid it. When I'm complaining about stuff, I'm just vomiting information out there, right? Just so you get all the clear picture and honest and open and not hidden. Yeah. Everything about the game I like to talk about if I can.
Here's an honest question for you. Is after playing Sleeping Gods and then this one, and I understand that you maybe don't remember Sleeping Gods as much, would you be interested if they came out with another version of this to get it and play it? Or
maybe
have
in
you
a couple
had
of
your
years.
fix?
Maybe in a couple of years,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't know if I'd even want one in my collection.
Yeah, because I feel the same. I don't feel like I
Yeah,
need to
it's
play
gonna
again.
it's gonna be more of the same.
Yeah.
And if I feel like playing more of this kind of game, I'll pull out one of the other 2 and play it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't even remember if I played Sleeping Gods again.
Yeah.
Anything that we did.
We would probably have to start over.
Yeah, we would, and I wouldn't even know. Like we would go to the same locations we've gone to before, and I wouldn't even remember.
I know, that's what sucks. You have to like replay it very recently after, I think.
Yeah.
Or otherwise you might start exploring the exact same things and answering the exact same questions again.
Yeah.
But again, if you don't remember, are you still playing things you've never played before?
I don't know.
Or are they still new? Yeah.
I don't know.
Having a bad memory actually makes a lot of your games replayable.
Or too many stories. Like too many
Yeah.
stories go in, and
Yeah,
they
all
get
these character
jumbled up
names.
in there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Have we been here before? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's ruined me because we play these story games and yeah, there's so many characters and so many character names. And then we go watch shows that are deep and rich and full of characters. And I'm trying to remember those. And then there's books full of characters and like all this stuff. Video games I play full of characters. Too many stories. I just love stories and stuff. But it's like, yeah, I get into those worlds and then it's like too much to remember. Too many things to keep track of all at once. And I get lost sometimes. So yeah, definitely if I'm going to play Sleeping Gods, you probably should literally like schedule the next session and just start your next campaign of Distant Skies very recently after you just played it so you can go explore new areas and do new things.
Or take better notes.
And take better notes, yeah.
Like I'm not taking great notes. So.
Yeah. Matthew says, my FLGS asked me if I still wanted my Frosthaven pre-order when they called me when my Gloomhaven was still on my shelf. I told them no, and they said no problem. We have a waiting list. I immediately said I'll be there in 20 minutes. I was trapped with FOMO, and now I have to...
Oh, Matthew, I was so excited when you said no.
I was about to be proud of you,
same.
and now I'm disappointed in you, Matthew. Have you
Matthew,
learned nothing from me?
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't give in to the FOMO.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
I know purposely, like companies that are purposely doing predatory FOMO crap on Kickstarter and stuff and GameFound and whatever. I literally, over the last like 5 years, I have like out of spite not backed games and not played games, even though people are like, Rob, you'd love this, you should back it. Based on me looking at the crowdfunding page, I'm like, what's this predatory crap they got going on here? And these fake fake stretch goals and all this stuff and fake funding goals. BS is still a thing. Like, what are we, like, we're not idiots, but obviously people are who keep like, you know, this company is great, nothing they do is wrong. It's like, come on, man, stop being idiots. Like,
oh, Rachel's fear of missing out.
oh yeah. FOMO is fear of missing out. It's a thing that happens in like it's marketing. It's like, basically like, yeah, it's marketing departments have been doing it for a long time. It's just basically taking advantage of the human psyche of how we have this fear of missing out on things and
Never be able to get it again.
Yeah.
This is your last chance.
limited time only. Like,
Yeah.
anyone remember like the 80s and the Disney commercials? You better get this VHS of this princess movie now or it's going back in the Disney vault to maybe never come out again. Yeah, like you don't want our money later either. And then they just re-release it and all that crap. Same thing happens in board gaming.
Yeah.
It's like, follow the campaign and you'll get a free thing. But if you don't follow it, you don't get that free thing. And then if you don't back in the first 10 minutes, you don't get this other free thing. And if you don't back this through crowdfunding and pay more for it and you know, get hosed and get a crappier version of the game full of errata and problems, you're going to miss out on these crowdfunding only expansions of like this horse miniature and this deck of 3 cards that if you don't back it through crowdfunding, you'll never see these 3 cards again. Like, yeah, it's like you're literally like, again, I've talked about this before. Mike got me talking about this the other day, was the whole thing about like when we first got into crowdfunding and how companies were like so thankful
Oh yeah.
to have you supporting the project and basically giving them an interest-free loan and giving them money based on no past experience. Like, they don't have to pass an interview that they know anything about project management. They don't have to show you any kind of their financials or their books to prove that they are bad with money, or they're just going to run away with your money, or they're idiots in many things. And we just give them our money. But back in the day, at least, when you gave someone your money to make a board game or something, you know, or whatever on Kickstarter, I backed so many weird things. They were super appreciative. They would give you the game early, way before it hit retail. They would give you a discount on the game because obviously you're paying less because they don't need to pay distribution and shipping and all that stuff. So less is coming out of their profit. So they're making more clear profit on the game. So they pass that on down to the consumer, who's putting faith into them and saving them interest by giving them money well in advance, right? All these things that you're benefiting them and they're giving you nothing back in return, that has gone so far the other way, where you literally, they go, these idiots are willing to give us money early. Let's take advantage of them and actually charge them more. And we're going to take our sweet time with the game. We're not even going to give them a benefit of backing early, other than we'll tell them there's 3 extra cards in there for them. They still ship it on the same ship that retail it's going to. When it hits retail, it's pretty much the exact same game in most cases, missing a couple cards, or maybe the tokens are cardboard instead of wood, whatever. You're still having the same experience. I don't care what anyone says. You still have the same experience. Just because it's not as much of a toy doesn't make the game all of a sudden a most amazing thing you've ever played. But you could just go support your local game store, the place that literally brings people into the hobby, and buy from them. They get a small cut, you know, and you pay less for it yourself. And then that game store buys more games and has more people come in and play games and keeps the hobby growing, right? It's like,
No shipping.
yeah, and you don't have to pay the shipping, sort of. You're paying some shipping in there because the store has to make that. You're also, when you buy it from a store, you're paying for their employees and you're paying for their lights and their
Still usually less.
rent and all that stuff. But it's still, for some reason, you're paying less for the game.
Yeah.
So then it feels even worse when on crowdfunding, you're paying MSRP, or you're paying 30% less than MSRP, but then MSRP is never what they say it is. It's way less. And then also they charge you full price shipping because it's direct to you, they say. But really, like, shouldn't you still be getting some kind of deal? I don't know. And then all that extra stuff, people just think it's free, but it's not. You're paying more than the person who bought it from a store that doesn't have that stuff. So how is it free? It's not free. You're paying for it. You are a sucker. And I just wish they would stop treating us like suckers and just be more honest and put real funding goals and explain when it's like, yeah, these things are all part of the game and we need you to get these stretch goals because the game is literally a piece of crap without these things. Like, they're basically design these games and then take stuff out and put it into stretch goals. And then when you're not backing it, they're like, oh crap, we've already designed the box and the insert. And if they don't get this stretch goal, like, we're not gonna be able to print this thing properly. And then, like, what do we do? Let's just give them out anyway. Or like, let's just cancel the project and hope next time people will back it more. Like, it's a joke. Crowdfunding and board gaming is a freaking sad joke. Such a sad joke. And
But the problem is we let it be that. Because we are still, not necessarily us, but we're still backing games. We're still involved in that.
Yeah.
We have to vote with our wallets to say,
Yep.
like, no, we're not doing this anymore.
Yep.
But
I'll buy the games at the game store 9 times out of 10 now on purpose, or maybe at a convention still. I'll buy games there. But crowdfunding, I maybe backed like 2 or 3 projects last year. And yes, I'm still bad. I backed ones from companies who literally live on crowdfunding, who literally like have never released a game not on crowdfunding pretty much. And it's like, that stuff is a little scary and needs to stop. And yeah, like Velk was saying, the established companies that just use it as a marketing tool.
that needs to stop.
And a pre-order thing, like, it's like, I don't know, have some faith in your product and make it, design it first and print it, right? Like, like there's
But maybe that's a problem with companies and their money management. That's a problem, right? They can't even do that because they don't have the
because they're
funds.
not companies. They're like
I know.
2 people in a garage, man. It's like
know.
how it is. But it's like,
But there are companies that are still doing that, that are established companies.
I don't know how it works in video games, but there's a lot of games being developed all the time and released all the time, and like, I'm not pre-ordering any of them, and they still come out, and if they suck, they suck. And there's ones that are like indie developed that maybe some other publisher helps them develop and have programs for and stuff, which I think is cool. And that's what I think needs to happen more in the hobby, is like more of this, like helping these little guys not go through crowdfunding, but another publisher has a program that like helps them develop their game and release their game and stuff and vets the game. The problem with crowdfunding, there's no one vetting this stuff. It's like a lot of it is like, we're making this game, we're showing you that it's going to be cool, but literally the only people who have played it or understand it are the designer, their wife, and their mother. And they told them it was great, they told them it was perfect, and they think it's a good idea, and somehow they convince a bunch of people to give them money, and then you find out later this person doesn't know how to manage money, write rule books, play test games, work with manufacturers in China, like all this kind of stuff, and shipping and all this, and then all of a sudden they're emailing you telling you you need to pay more in shipping because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to manage a project. And it's like, there needs to be like, some publisher like Asmodee or something, if they don't already have this, needs to be like, we have this arm of our company that just, and they do this, I know they already do this, where they meet with designers at conventions and they prototype games but it's like that filter, I like that filter of if I go into a local game store, there's many people filtering the quality. There's the game store owner that won't usually buy games and stock them in their store unless they have a trust there. The publisher who made the game and shipped it to that store obviously had to vet something because they want to put their risk on the line of paying for warehousing and shipping and relationships with the store and ordering and all those systems and employees. Like, yeah, I like supporting that system of games going through retail because there's more people who know what they're doing along that chain of command, basically, to prevent the crap from getting through. Not to say some publishers just release like, but definitely on crowdfunding, more of the junk gets through because you just have to make a good campaign page and send your prototype with the right looking minis to the right content creator, and boom, you'll just make sales. And like the rest of it is like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, there you go.
I do think we're more inclined though to back a game from, not to say like a no-name, but like maybe like a first-time publisher or something where maybe we aren't sure, but like you said, it's kind of giving the indie people a place, right? Where maybe they don't have the funds to do a large print run and whatever, and that's fine. But I do think maybe there should be some kind of limit, like, okay, you can run 3 Kickstarters or GameFounds or whatever, crowdfunds. After that, no more for your company. Like, we're on to the next, like.
But I know it's an open market and a free market, and like if they are making sucky stuff, there's a record of it usually on there. So if they try to bring something else out, then people won't back it and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We still see so many companies that just take people's money and mismanage it, and then they go out of business or they rip customers off, disappear. And it's like, wait, this is like their 8th crowdfunding project. How did they fail and fall apart? Like, oh, they were using the 8th one to pay for the 7th one, and the 7th one to pay for the 6th one, and the 6th one to pay for the 5th one. And
not enough people back the 8th one. So now they're in trouble.
Yep. And they mismanaged costs and projections and Yep. Matthew says, I think that comes back to different priorities. You are warning us as consumers, and I appreciate that. I am a consumer.
Yeah, we are. We're consumers.
I am a consumer.
Yeah.
That's all it is. I'm a consumer that loves streaming games. I'm you, but I stream on the internet with people watching and hanging out. That's all I'm doing. I'm a consumer. That is first. I'm a consumer first. I don't want to get ripped off. I don't appreciate people ripping people off. That's not great. I appreciate it.
There's a message from Rachel. If you look at the very top of the screen, you'll be able to see Rachel's message.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I just thought it was funny. Yeah, that one.
Is asking what's on the docket for next stream a no-no? I've learned Rob's rants that I'm still learning.
Rachel's new here, so it's just making...
How dare you, Rachel, ask that kind of question?
I thought it was funny.
Get out! No.
That's a fair question.
What's next on the docket? I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to lock anything in. We were just talking about today.
But yeah, we didn't know when this was going to finish, so that...
But you want open and honesty here. The pile is big. Another game just showed up today. I want to start learning in that game, but I think that game will take quite a few days to learn. There's another game that's been on the table for a bit that I want to play with Mel. We might play that this weekend. We weren't sure when this would end, and we were going to play this weekend. This ended. So now I'm kind of like, oh. And then here's the real honesty. I have a toothache for the last month now.
Some people may notice.
Yeah. I may have been a little edgier lately. I don't know what it is. I have a toothache in the top right of my mouth, and I don't know what happened. It was annoying me. I went to the dentist. He did some stuff up there, and it fixed something. It fixed some of the pain, but created a whole new pain. And he exposed something that now right now is starting to throb. All of a sudden I'm sitting there and I'll get sharp pains up through my eye, my right eye, and into my head. Right here, my head is throbbing right now. And I was getting headaches probably for about a month before I realized what was happening. Because I went there to get my tooth fixed and I was like, it can't be related to my tooth. And I have a really bad sensitivity. I'm literally breathing in cold air and instantly sharp pain shooting through my face. And I was like, how did my one tooth get so sensitive? And I don't know anything about this stuff. So I Google, like, can a toothache or high sensitivity on a tooth lead to headaches? And it's like, yeah, the nerves are all connected. And I'm like, I just thought I had headaches because of like lack of caffeine or something. But for a month straight, I had so much trouble focusing on reading and still have this problem. I went back to the dentist. I gave him my 2 cents and said, I don't know what you did in there, but now I literally have, like, I can't even drink water at room temperature without it feel like knives are stabbing my face. Rachel, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you.
I am now a Rob Funder. I'm staying.
There's some jokes about.
I'll read.
Yeah.
Matthew, stop. All right. Rob Funding.
Rachel, thank you so much.
I see that, Rachel.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this toothache was hurting so much. So I finally called a dentist and I'm like, it really hurts. Like, I know he just fixed my stuff like a few weeks ago. I need to see the dentist. And they're like, well, we can get you in a few days. I'm like, okay, great. And they're like, just, I took some Tylenol. It didn't help. I was like, I didn't understand, but I'd be having conversations with Mel and I'm like, can't even focus. I'm watching TV. I don't know what happened. I'm like just sitting there and my head is throbbing all the time and I can't focus and I'm drinking more caffeine and it's not fixing it. I don't know what's happening. I'm taking Tylenol. It's doing nothing. Then when I found out it was connected to the toothache, I went and saw the dentist. I started explaining to him what's happening. He's like, oh yeah. We're going to need to do a root canal. And I went, I don't know what the hell that is, but it sounds not good. So I'm like, let's do it right now. Oh, no. We can't do it now. We'll book you in. So he gave me a bunch of prescriptions for like all this pain medication. But this pain medication, it doesn't really help me focus. It just makes me feel like everything's moving a little slowly. So I don't take it very often, actually. This little cocktail he prescribed to me, I literally avoid it. And I'll be honest, that's why I've not been streaming in the day at all for the last couple weeks. I've been playing games off stream, but it literally for one play session takes me like 3 days of like 30-minute sessions. I've been playing like Slay the Spire, the board game. I want to stream that like last week, but again, I try to book a thing with my dentist. He gives me a bunch of medication and then books me 2 weeks later. So I have to sit here with this pain for 2 weeks. I don't want to put it on anybody, so I'm like, I'll just drug myself up right before stream. So I'm playing this stream with some Nexaproxen, and after this I'll be taking some sweet meds so that I can fall asleep. But yeah, it's not great, and I don't want to whine and like make you guys feel bad for me or anything, but it sucks. It sucks. I go from holiday time throat problems,
Oh yeah.
then into toothache, headache problems, all affecting my work, which is annoying and it stresses me out. I hate it. But yeah, hopefully next week I'll play some Slay the Spire solo on stream, which I've been wanting to do since like beginning of January. But yeah, I've been having these tooth problems since like early December, I think is when it started.
Yeah, and then our dentist was also off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Over the holidays.
Yeah, it's all a mess.
Yeah.
So my dentist appointment is tomorrow morning, and I don't know what is going to happen, because even when I got x-rays, he was like, I don't know which tooth it is, so we're going to have to do this tooth, and hopefully it fixes it, but then we might have to do this tooth later. So I'm like, I'm going to strangle this guy for real. I don't know what to do. I feel like, is he doing the whole car mechanic thing and taking advantage of me and just making up stuff and like breaking my teeth on purpose just to get more work? I don't know. I know some of these scummy dentists do this stuff.
I don't think so, but
No, there are dentists that do it for
but I
sure.
don't think our dentists.
There are dentists that do it. I've watched the documentaries and the hidden
Yeah.
behind the scenes news reports that find dentists that literally take advantage of people making up work and stuff. Just like mechanics have been busted for it too.
No, I don't think they're doing that.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the first root canal will fix it.
Yeah. So they do the x-ray and he's like, I don't know which tooth it is. I'm like, all right. Anyways. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow it gets fixed. But I don't know what happens after that.
Yeah, because you don't even know if that will fix the pain.
If it does it create new pain for like a month where like after they do that? Or is it like it just maybe hurts for a day and then I'm good to go? I don't know. Like in the best case scenario.
My assumption is if it is an exposed nerve of some kind, which is causing the pain, which is what I think, a root canal should fix that right away.
Oh my God. Rachel's an EMT? That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
I'm chat medical support. All right.
I love that.
In case anything happens to anyone watching the stream, Rachel may be able to help you. Thank you, White Rabbit. I appreciate it. So Janet says, I see Janet. Hello, Janet.
Yeah, she said it right before you said it.
Oh, okay. Ooh, sounds like you have a root canal in your future. That's exactly what he said when he's like, oh, based on what you're describing, we need to do a root canal.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, Janet. Like, if the pain is like an exposed nerve or something,
Okay.
once they take that nerve out, you won't be able to feel so that should alleviate the pain. Now, I'm not saying that you won't have pain like that day.
Yeah.
From,
So if a couple days later I have this same throbbing pain, sensitivity, and a headache going on, he didn't do enough work. Like he missed the tooth, or it's two teeth that are causing it. Maybe.
or it's completely something else.
Maybe. He says he thinks that's what it is, but he's like, it might be two teeth that are causing it, and maybe not just one.
Matthew's not losing his tooth. Just Google what a root canal is.
Will it show some gross images and stuff?
No, I'm telling Matthew to do it. No. You can. You can.
I'm not doing it.
You can even look at the AI image. No. They don't. He's not removing his tooth. No. Just the root of the tooth, or like the nerve of the tooth, or something. Like it's like a pull up that they're removing, or something.
So yeah. So I should know in a
But
couple
it
of days,
will
I
have
assume
teeth.
then. Okay. So hopefully it's all good. And next week, boom, we can stream some Slay the Spire in the day, play some of that together, some longer sessions where I'm playing by myself and focusing, and I feel confident to do it on stream. Yeah. But until then, I have Mel helping me on 2-player playthroughs and Kyle helping us on 3. But yeah.
Oh, here's the question, Janet. If you get a root canal, does it hurt like for the rest of the day? Or, because I'm assuming you have freezing. Once the freezing wears off, is it like, like a filling?
But Janet may not have had it done recently,
True.
and maybe things are different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's at 3.
Yeah. But Janet could have had those like 10 years ago when she was like a teenager or something.
Rachel, me too. Rachel says if I have to have another root canal, they're going to have to put me out.
Oh no.
Did you just use freezing? Like I would at least need laughing gas.
Oh,
for sure.
All right, we need to stop talking about this. We need to change the subject. But yeah.
You can do the laughing gas.
So this is why wrapping back around, I don't know what we'll be playing next, and I don't know when, because
we don't know what's gonna.
There's an unknown variable happening tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows if I even make it out? Who knows if there's not a little tool slip, and then we don't. This is the last Rob's Gaming Table stream. You never know. You never know.
Oh my God.
Who knows?
I'll make sure I come on to let you know that.
Or I'm in jail for trying to strangle my dentist. Like, who knows what happens? Who knows what tomorrow will bring?
Oh, last year Jana had one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Once the anesthesia wears off, it might be sore only from having your mouth open in the duration.
Yeah,
okay,
and that's normal. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, wait, I've told him about laughing gas. It's funny. But
Rachel wants me to stream the appointment? Yeah. I'm sure my dentist will be like, here, excuse me, I'm going to put these lights up here. Can you just clip this mic on for me if you don't mind while you're working?
I had White Rabbit. I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and I had 2 done and then 2 done again on like one side, then the other side. And they at my dentist, they can give you these what they call like they don't put you out. I don't know what the medicine is called, but it makes you. Like,
they say we mix it in the cup. You just drink it.
No, it's a pill.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is.
But that's what they're saying to me. They're like, we can give you the gas, or we can do a little mix in the cup and you drink. I'm like,
oh, I've never.
What
heard that.
the heck?
The gas I've had, but my brother and his wife had to drive me home at the time because Rob wasn't working. He was working like
I was not home.
You were not home. So my brother and his wife picked me up, and they said it was the funniest thing ever. But yeah, you're like completely loopy. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh yeah, Matthew said I mix it in the cup as well. Yeah, Matthew. Ha ha ha.
So I've never, from the gas, I've never like laughed or cried or anything, but I have felt like you kind of feel like if you're sitting on like a dentist chair, kind of feel like your legs are like floating off the chair a little bit.
Yeah, they told me you would basically make you high if you want. I'm like,
you feel like weird.
I'm like, I don't know about that. I think I'm okay.
But then you don't necessarily care that it hurts.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't care about the pain part during. If you're going to cause a bunch of pain, yeah, just fix my problem.
Yeah.
Like, make me be able to go back to normal. Like, I want to, be able to read and focus and stuff. Yeah, it's tough, man. Yeah, I don't have to pop a pill to, like, be able to read a rule book for an hour. Like, that's not good. Yeah. I don't know what those pills are doing. I don't know the side effects involved in these pills. I guess I do because it says on the paper, but who knows?
Greg, though, says crowdfunding for Rob's implants.
What kind of implants are we talking about here? Just kidding. Just tooth implants. Oh, I get it. Okay. All right. Anyways. All right. That's it for this playthrough. Hopefully everyone watching now, hopefully you tuned out. No, you wouldn't be here still. But those who hung out and see this part, they're the true fans.
Yeah, they're the people that care.
But most people that watch my channel will never make it this far into a playthrough series. So you get these kind of fun conversations at the end. But I appreciate everybody for the support. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging out. I appreciate you hitting the like button. I appreciate the funny conversations and the playing along and the rules questions. And we'll definitely be back for more streams. Knock on wood. But yeah, so I want to play some Slay the Spire solo, but the other games to play on the channel, it's a little bit up in the air. I have a couple games in mind, but it'll all depend on how we're feeling and if it's this weekend or not. And, if I need to, I'm in pain for the rest of tomorrow. We'll see. But if I'm feeling great, maybe I stream Friday, play some Slay the Spire. We'll see. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making it through another campaign. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for allowing us to do this on the channel, buy these games and play them for you guys. And I guess we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.